Hello! Welcome to this week's Private Funds Update. I'm Sandra from SmartEsq, and today is Thursday, June 25th, 2026. Let's dive in. We begin in Washington, where the SEC and the CFTC have issued a rare joint request for public comment on the classification of security-based swaps. Over a decade after Dodd-Frank, the regulatory agencies are realizing their definitions are struggling to accommodate market innovation, particularly regarding digital assets and complex structured products. Substantively, the agencies are trying to resolve the jurisdictional turf war over complex new products. They are seeking direct input on how to classify derivatives tied to digital asset baskets and ESG metrics, specifically, how to apply the traditional tests. That separate CFTC-regulated broad-based indices from SEC-regulated narrow-based security indices. Additionally, the proposal aims to harmonize tangled swap data reporting frameworks. Right now, cross-border funds often have to build duplicative compliance systems to report the same trades to different swap data repositories. For quantitative funds and managers trading novel digital derivatives, this is a critical window to shape the regulatory perimeter before the agencies draft binding rules. Turning to Europe, the EU has officially adopted its revised Foreign Direct Investment Screening Regulation, and it is going to complicate your cross-border deal timelines. The overhaul introduces a revised mandatory screening across 27 member states. Under the revised mandatory screening framework, member states will look straight through complex, multi-layered fund structures and offshore holding companies to identify the ultimate controllers of the capital. Crucially, while standard, passive limited partners generally won't be classified as beneficial owners, any LP holding a significant equity threshold, veto authority, or co-investment rights will trigger direct regulatory scrutiny. The coverage of this requirement extends to intra-EU acquisitions made through EU subsidiaries of non-EU investors. This means a Luxembourg or Irish aggregator vehicle no longer insulates a US or Asian sponsor from scrutiny. For PE sponsors doing cross-border deals in Europe, earlier regulatory planning and a jurisdiction-by-jurisdiction filing strategy are now the cost of doing deals. Meanwhile, in Asia, Beijing has issued significant new regulations governing outbound foreign direct investment, taking effect on July 1st. The new rules consolidate requirements into a unified framework and include heightened national security review, expanded reporting obligations, and ongoing lifecycle supervision of Chinese capital deployed abroad. The regulation materially expands the scope of what counts as outbound investment and embeds continuous compliance obligations throughout the life of an investment, not just at inception. The collateral impact on global private funds is real. If your fund relies on capital commitments from Chinese institutional investors, or if you are structuring cross-border joint ventures, expect serious friction. Chinese investors may now require additional regulatory approvals, export control assessments, and data compliance reviews as conditions to closing. That concludes this week's briefing. For a deeper analysis on how these changes affect your compliance programs and deal structuring, please review our newsletter and visit www.smartesc.ai.